long time ago, there was a meteor shower in the Balkan Peninsula. When the people saw the stars falling from the sky, they believed them to be dragon spirits, come to grace their land with strength and vitality. Wherever they fell, on a mountain, a forest, a river, an animal or a human, those beings became inhabited with the dragon's blood and the dragon's spirit. Vlad the Impaler, more famously known as Dracula, was said to carry the dragon's blood. When the dragon men had children with human women, the female babies were said to be witches.
The term witch has really gone through a transformation. Whereas before it could be a death sentence if you were called that. There has been a movement to reclaim it as something to be proud of.
Giving women power is a thing where it's just like cultures don't want to do it. Praying for me is a spell. Burning candles in the church is a spell. They just don't call it that. And it's men at the helm, so it's like, it's okay because they're doing it. But if it was a woman, it would be a completely different thing.
Oamenii în general se tem de femeile puternice pentru că femeia este puternică nativ, din naștere, și poate să înfrunte absolut orice.
Patriarchy has robbed women of their voices, of their power, of autonomy over our bodies, of confidence.
Young women are waking up and saying, hang on a second, I can be powerful. I can play with the dark side. I'll show you. I'll exercise my power.
I think also it's become a trend. It's cool. Okay, but this is real. This is real.
This is called a spirit rattle. They are said to rattle and shake when there are spirits around, and if there's no wind, that is how you know, and people hang them around their houses for warning.
That's so cool.
You know, like the whole world used to be animistic, and people would look around them and they would see everything as being alive and all of us as being deeply interlinked and deeply sacred. I always was raised with a lot of those beliefs and I grew into them, and they always just felt like true and right and natural to me.
As a kid, I was really just drawn to nature because we lived in the country, so I'd just go out into the woods and I would just be collecting rocks and sticks and finding trees and making these like little altars, and I don't know what I was doing with it or who I was, you know, thinking of when I was doing it, but it just felt like kind of something that I was called to do. You know, when I was getting more drawn to witchcraft or Wicca, I was like, hey, okay, I was doing that. I was really kind of doing it without thinking about it. For me and this journey so far, it's been very isolated. You know, I've been doing my own kind of practice in the way that I feel comfortable, which is by myself. And I feel like there is more that I can learn and more that I can experience. I was hoping to like find like, you know, someone like you to talk to about it, to learn from, to like maybe know what next steps are, because yeah, like I feel like I can only do and practice so much by myself.
I would really love for you to come and meet some of my teachers and some people that have held space and like taught me things and see if you resonate with any of them.
I would love that.
Witchcraft helps us to reclaim our own narratives, especially when it comes to women's knowledge. A lot of women's traditions are rooted in intuition and in emotions and in empathy and care for our communities and care for our families. And women have traditionally and historically always understood power as power with. If you share your gifts with me and I share my gifts with you, we have a better, stronger community and we all get to thrive.
As a kid, there was two things that I really was like, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm either gonna become a singer or I'm gonna become a monk. The idea of me being a singer became solid and became real. But there is another path connecting to the something else, the other. I personally believe there is a string of truth that connects all religions and all stories, and then surrounding that string of truth is bullshit. It's such a small thread but it does connect, and it is there, but you really gotta swim through all the rest of it to find it. All my life I've had really intense, really vivid dreams. Always flying, always having lucid dreams, prophetic dreams. The dreamscape is like a very interesting place where I'm still trying to learn about it more. I have nobody to talk to about that kind of stuff. Because back home in Kenya, there are those people, there are witches, there are shamans, they just aren't called that. Because most of the country is very religious, you don't share that. It's a private thing.
So you want to be a witch?
Yes.
Wicca is not a democracy. It's a benevolent dictatorship. The words of the high priestess are law. They're non-debatable. The rules of the Coven is you have to study diligently and do what you're told. You have to ask to be taught. You have to show up on time. You don't complain. What do you think a witch is?
I don't want to change the outside world. I want to find ways to like more understand and connect with myself and nature. So that's kind of what I understand as a witch, is somebody who is very connected.
Being a witch is also becoming a priestess.
Okay.
So this is what we teach you, because everything behind that for us is about the goddess. Everything was given birth to by the goddess. The earth is alive. She breathes. She has hot flashes. She has eruptions. She gets angry. She gets calm. And we have to live in harmony with that. So by our magical actions, we are giving energy to that process. That's what witches do. There are different paths to create the different headspaces that we work with. Mushrooms especially create an incomparable state in your mind. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about drugs?
Mm-hmm. Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I don't judge them. I've done them, and I...
How do you feel about being naked in ritual with boys and girls in the moonlight?
If I felt safe with the people that were around, I would be very open to it.
Okay, well, that's really important, right?
Yeah.
Because which is like being naked and dancing together.
Amazing.
always knew I was a witch. I just always was fascinated with magic, fascinated with witchcraft, fascinated with all of the spooky things.
My family was a very religious family in Kenya, very tight-knit. We're also refugees during the Eritrean-Ethiopian War, so everything was about family. Read the Bible, go to Sunday school, do the right things. Knowing that, I was like, actually, I'm a witch!
There was never a moment I had to come out to my family as a witch. I was raised with my grandmother's stories. We knew ourselves to be surrounded by spirits at all times. We knew the land to be alive. My mama is Romanian and my dad is Romani. I moved to Canada with my parents when I was less than a year old. They were fleeing the corruption and political instability and poverty that was left behind there after the fall of communism in 1989.
When we moved to Toronto in the 80s, it was still family first, church first, until I became a teenager. I started taking a bus to a new school. Just like a couple steps up from the bus stop was an occult shop. And so every morning I'd be standing there and turning around and seeing that occult shop there, and I'm like, what is that? And then I started going into the store. I saw books on astral projection, candle magic, and the first thing that really caught my eye, because I am a dreamer, is understanding your dreams. And so that was sort of like my gateway drug into the world of spirituality. I did a love spell for my friend, which was a big mistake. We were like in grade 9 or something. Somehow he found out about it and the next day was furious. He was Jamaican. It's the first time I've ever had somebody say, "You're Obia, don't put Obia on me." And I was like, what? I don't know what that is, but I knew that it was negative, and I knew that it was a thing of like witch. They did end up dating for like 2 years, so.
Definitely there were people who made fun of me, and it wasn't just on the grounds of witchcraft, it was, for being different overall and generally.
When I was in grade 10, I was bullied, and it got to the point where I couldn't go to school anymore, and I eventually had to change schools. The rumors that kind of were made up about me was that I was a lesbian and a witch. It's kind of poetic in the fact that I did come out, and I am a lesbian and I am a witch, so I hate that the bullies were right. I don't know if they saw something in me that I wasn't yet ready to see.
Being a witch did help me open up to my queerness, because the personal spells I was doing on myself was about opening myself up, loving myself more, being more truthful, being more honest, and for people to accept my honesty of who I was. So honing in on my witchiness made me stronger and prouder.
Oh, hi!
Hello, beautiful witchy friend.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. It's so nice to see you, my witchy friend.
I know, I miss you so much. I kind of have some things to talk about.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay.
I recently went to go visit a high priestess, and she runs a coven, and she was kind of asking me, like, what am I looking for? And what am I comfortable with? And it got intense. She was like, how do you feel about being naked around men and women? And I was like, well, I'd have to be comfortable with
those people to be able to do it. And then she's like, how do you feel about like hallucinogenic drugs? And like, you know how I feel about that. I was like, oh, I'm scared. You know, I think in the moment I just tried to be like, oh yeah, that's fine. But like in my head I was like, oh, I don't know if that's me. I don't know if that's for me.
Besom, besom, witch's broom, sweep out darkness, sweep out doom. Rid ye ladies hollowed grounds of demons, imps, and hell's red hounds. Who seeks to enter this circle?
Laura.
Laura, enter not this circle unless you take your first step without looking before or behind, without caution, and with nothing held in reserve. Go ahead. Spirits of air, hear my call. Bring to us the strength and wisdom that is yours alone to give. Blessed be. Blessed be. I do bless and consecrate this circle, this place, and all those gathered herein. Very seldom do you come upon a space, a time like this, between an act and an act, when you may stop and simply be, or wonder who you are after all. Do you pledge yourself to the goddess and the horned one to love and honor them?
Yes.
What does the goddess stand for?
Connection. And family, community, and togetherness.
What does the god stand for?
Strength and unity.
What do you stand for?
I read all those books of these women going on journeys and finding their teachers, and I begged and wished and prayed for it. And when I met Francesca, or Sun, my wife, I talked a lot about it with her. And when we went to Jamaica the first time, she told me, like, you should meet my friend Abka. He's a really magical person. Whenever I talked to him, I'd always ask about my past life. I know there's something about my past life and I need to know. And he would always laugh and be like, you ask too many questions. But I guess I wore him down. So like me and Francesca were told to do a certain spell, I guess, where we would read a certain psalm from the Bible, fast for a few days, say these prayers. And so I asked, I want to know my past life, and me and Francesca both fell asleep. And I had the craziest, wildest dream. And then Abka had called us later that evening. And when I told him my dream, he just started laughing and he was like, what did you ask? And I was like, I know you said not to ask about past lives, but I asked about my past life. What I dreamt was that I was in a hotel in France with these two men, brothers. The older brother held up this round gold plate and was showing it and yelling at me, tell me how to use it, tell me how to use it. I know your grandfather told you how to use it. And I said, I don't know how to use it. He didn't tell me how to use this one, I'm not sure. And the man yelled back and was like, you do, you do. And I went and grabbed it, and as soon as I grabbed it, I teleported somewhere else. So I woke up and told him this dream. And then he was like, okay, I'm gonna tell you the name. I'm gonna spell it out for you. Blavatsky. And I was like, Helena Blavatsky? I have no idea who Helena Blavatsky was. Russian occultists were never in my mind whatsoever. Like, never. I didn't know about anything that she had ever done. Further looking into it, her grandfather was a master mason, and she actually had gone in and learned a bunch of stuff secretly. But it was just so interesting that it connected with my dream that I was like, am I Helena Blavatsky? And then I became obsessed. It took over me, the idea of Helena Blavatsky, the idea of reincarnation. I decided I am no longer Leilani, I am now Witch Prophet.
Let me try it.
Witch Prophet. Are you a witch? I'm a good witch. I am Witch Prophet, and let me stand in this power for real. If Helena Blavatsky was like this ultimate witch, this ultimate spiritual person who believed in reincarnation and had unlocked something, then why did she pick this life? This life must be important.
Bow down to the queen. Call me Empress Makita, Queen of Sheba. Bow down to the queen. I'm the keeper of history. You niggas can't say with me, no. Try to control me, but your tricks could not hold me down. Never hold me down. You thought you would mold me. Forgot I'm the one wearing the crown. I'm the one, yeah, bow down.
I believe that time isn't linear. The past and the present and the future are always overlapping. Definitely I carry all of my ancestors, and I carry my mother too, but my dad was the one who really passed on his deep connection with the land, his deep connection with the other worlds. My family on my dad's side, we are Zlatar, which is the goldsmithing clan. So that's why I wear these rings. I feel like I'm at a crossroads in my life with my practice. And I think that definitely has to do with my ancestors and with my bloodline and getting to be on the land that I was born on. So I would really love to be able to go home to Romania. I would really love to be able to sing to that land, to sing to those spirits. I believe that I am here right now in this human skin to sing to the land in her dying.
It's important to connect with our past. We held a lot of these pagan practices and animist practices pre-organized religion. And I think in connecting to our ancestry, we can understand earth-based practices now and put them in a contemporary context. So I think it's a reconnection that's really vital, because that's where paganism comes from, and a deep connection to the earth.
So yeah, you mentioned that you run a coven. I was wondering if it's okay, like, can I ask a bit about that?
Oh, absolutely. I wanted to be a coven of solitary practitioners within a group and have everybody find their own roots, their own ancestry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unless you're indigenous, you're a settler culture.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important to understand where you originated.
Mm-hmm.
What time, what year they left will give you an indication of what was going on at that time.
Okay.
So if an ancestor left in, say, 1750 from Ireland, you can find out, do a little research on 1750 Ireland and look at folk magic practices that were going on at that time. And there's a good chance that you've retained some of those vestiges of the practice, and you might start to look at, say, throwing salt over your shoulder differently, right?
Right, yes.
And you might stop seeing things as superstition and just folk tales, but actually anecdotal histories and practices.
Just hearing how you're describing that, it's kind of, I feel like there's more there.
There is.
Oh, Mom! So I know that your second cousin, Kathy's kind of like the keeper of the information of our family, like genealogically, right?
There's always one person in every family that seems to get ancestry interested. And so because I told her, I said that Laura identifies as a witch, and she went, oh, really? Does she sort of feel it? Does she have any sense of something or and I said, well, I don't know. I have to ask her, but I think she seems connected. She reads tarot cards, and I think she has a sense of something. And she said, oh, very interesting. And I said, okay.
Well, what do you think? Do you think she'd be open to like me coming to see her to talk to her about all this?
I mean, you can reach out to her and find out.
To finally see you in person. I've only seen you guys in pictures and always great shots.
Oh, thank you.
But you in particular look so much like your mom when she was younger. And you know, when we were teenagers, we had some fun together.
Yeah.
So you have stuff to tell me.
I do. Yes. I have stuff to tell you, stuff to talk about. I identify as a witch, and I kind of wanted to just talk to you about that and see if we can trace back our family history and see if there might be anything in there that might answer some questions for me.
In Scotland, William, that's your great grandfather, was born in a place called Crook of Devon.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And there is a castle there called Castle Tulliball.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe there's a Loch Leven is nearby. But Christina's side, anyway, her family goes way back. Mm-hmm. To pilgrims. There's so many different lines and you know, I did not print the whole thing out, but your 9th great grandmother was Mary Town Esty, and she was hung with one of her sisters in Salem on the 22nd of September, 1692.
What? I don't know why, I just feel like really emotional, like I might cry.
I did. I cried.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking
to
think that, you know, maybe witchcraft, it is a real thing, but to blame people who, you know.
Exactly. And that's the thing, like the women that were hung at that time, you know, maybe they spoke out, or they were, you know, stronger-willed women, or they weren't conforming to what was expected of them at the time, and that's why they were really targeted. And so just finding this out is so wild to me.
That's Mary. Does it look like anybody you know? Isn't that something?
Yeah.
So cute.
Do you think?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's really hard being back here. It's hard being back home. It's hard looking for that sense of home and that sense of family and coming into this space, which is my ancestral home, you know, and finding it empty when the last time my grandma was alive and living here, and before that my dad was here. So it's that strange juxtaposition of tradition and things that feel really lasting and eternal, and time passing too. I want to learn and embody the various traditions the different ancestries that all live in my body and to learn how to honor all of them, whether they're histories of violence or like being oppressed or being on the other end of that. Because I think when we honor our ancestors, it's really important we honor all of our ancestors, not just the wholesome ones.
Bine ai venit!
Bine v-am găsit,
Mihaela Mincă sunt.
Andra.
Bine ai venit în casa noastră, la cea mai puternică vrăjitoare din lume. Ziua bună, altar magi!
Ziua bună, altar magi!
Binecuvântat să fii!
Binecuvântat să fii!
Și problemele oamenilor
Și problemele
care
oamenilor
sunt afectați de magie neagră
care sunt afectați de
să
magie
fie
neagră,
curățați
să fie curățați
și de demoni scăpați
și de demoni
cu
scăpați
puterile noastre împreunați.
cu puterile noastre împreună.
Vrăjitoarele din România practică magia de când lumea și pământul, dar nu au fost văzute la o lumină foarte mare pentru că comunismul din România nu ne-a dat voie. Însă puterile noastre sunt extrem de mari. De la vârsta de 9-10 ani, practic puterile magiei, ceea ce am dobândit prin har de la Dumnezeu și practica pe care am furat-o de la mama mea și de la bunica. Această tradiție pe care eu am dobândit-o și am moștenit-o, am dat-o mai departe și fiicelor mele. De magie neagră să plece asupra celor care au adus nemulțumiri. Magia pentru noi este totul și ajutăm și rezolvăm problemele oamenilor. Să piară demonii, să piară spiritele, să piară păcăturile și toate minunăturile. Și văd că porți aur. Este un lucru important și este un simbol al puterii și al tradiției țiganilor vrăjitori, țiganii cu putere. Tu te-ai născut să pornești într-o călătorie a magiei și să afli secretele din această taină, pentru că magia este o taină. Dar ai nevoie de practică, ai nevoie de cuvintele magice ca să le poți pune în practică și să te poți conecta.
Și ce trebuie să fac exact?
Tu trebuie doar să fii prezentă și restul vom face noi tot ce este necesar.
So, Mary and I met Kathleen for the first time. We've never met her before.
I know.
And she lives so close.
I know.
And she had a pretty significant reveal while we were there.
Oh?
She told us that we can trace our heritage back to the Salem witch trials.
Who? Whose heritage?
Our heritage, like
No,
your
but my
dad's
dad or my
side.
mom
Your
or-
dad's side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To Salem witch trials.
Yeah, like 7 generations. Your 6th great-grandmother was killed. She and her sister.
Were hung.
Yeah.
As witches.
Yeah. And just finding this out about our connection to Salem unlocked a memory that I had from when I was a kid, and I don't know if you remember it, and I really hope you do. But do you remember when we would talk about like who we think we were in a past life?
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like I always was like, I think I was killed in the Salem witch trials.
You did. You always said I was a witch in the Salem witch trials, yeah. But I don't know, I didn't take it to the next level that you had a past life experience, if
Of
that's what
course.
you mean. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't take it to that level.
Right.
It just was, I think I was a witch, and it didn't surprise me that you would think that you were a witch.
Why wouldn't it surprise you?
Because you were always loved witchy things.
I am scared for what lies ahead. Unknown mysteries in my mind I see. Where do I go when I close my eyes, fantasizing?
You're only interested in the sound of my voice because the sound of my voice always makes you feel very comfortable, relaxed, and secure. You're going to feel a very powerful pull taking you back in time, regressing back to a previous lifetime. Look up for the door with the white light above it. Move towards that door. I'd like for you to reach out, turn the knob, open the door, and step right through. What are you noticing?
I don't want to move. My back's against the door.
Okay. Why is your back against the door?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm scared, I think.
Okay. It's okay.
I don't know why.
Take a moment. Take a breath. Why is she scared?
I don't know.
Just watch and observe. It's okay.
Seeing a man in a black hat. You're tall. No, wants to take me somewhere.
Are you walking with him now?
Yes, I'm walking down a path. The clearing, my house is behind me. I see people standing up on a platform. I want to say their hands are bound, but I don't know.
What else do you notice?
My throat hurts.
Why does your throat hurt?
It feels tight. I'm scared. It feels tight. I'm standing on the platform now.
Okay.
Myself. They don't leave me. They don't. It's too much now.
How does it feel?
My throat and neck are tight. Ooh. It's rope. It's tight.
Are you still alive?
I don't know. I'm somewhere else now.
Okay. Okay. What are you experiencing now?
Just in a green field. There's stones like a tower.
So it feels like a different life from what you were experiencing before?
Yes.
What do you notice? What are you wearing?
Green dress. And she went up the tower. She's in a room. Candles burning, writing down on paper.
Now I'd like for you to relay a message from your past life self to your present life self.
They both want me to believe in myself and trust myself. Let go of fear and be stronger.
It was almost like in between a dream and a memory that I didn't know that I had. This is exactly what I was wearing in my past life regression. It's called a witch's gown. It was probably worn when individuals were examined and questioned. This is a full account of the Salem witch trials based on the records that they kept at the time. And there's a whole section on Mary Eastie. So after midnight, she was aroused from sleep by the unfeeling marshal, torn from her husband and children, carried back to prison, loaded with chains, and finally consigned to a dreadful and most cruel death. Her husband, referring to the transaction nearly 20 years later, justly expressed what all must feel, that it was a hellish molestation. So researching her and being able to trace it back that far, it's made me want to go back even further. I know Kathleen had found some ancestry that leads back to Scotland. So I wanted to do more research about that and dive into that part of my family as well.
And I was like, so I wonder if that's when we talk about past lives and when we did the whole thing with Abka, I realized that Francesca has been with me in many lives, and the most recent life was, or the most recent one that we can remember is the one with Helena Blavatsky and her partner, Henry Alcott, who wasn't necessarily her romantic partner, but they were always together and they always worked together as a partnership.
I'm 50-50. I'm not sure if I feel connected with his like image or something.
It's because you see a man with a long beard,
yeah.
And so you're not connecting. But I mean, she doesn't look like me.
Yeah, I know, but there's something about her vibe that I could see where there's parallels,
Yeah.
you know?
So I had found out at one point in her life she had gone to Paris to play concert piano. But I think my sole issue has been in past lives has been picking between the music or the magic. So with Helena, she picked the magic and the spirituality, whereas in this life I've picked the music, but I'm also incorporating the magic through my music. So I'm still connected in a way, but I think this is a better way in this age now to connect to more people. It's probably easier through music than it is through 7,000 pages of a book. With Abka, he was great, but we haven't spoken to him in 5 years. He's disappeared. The last time we spoke to him, he said he's going away, and when he comes back, he'll be a lot younger, and we will not recognize him. So anytime I meet anybody young who I think is magic, I'm always like, are you? I do that to my dog, too. I'm like, are you?
Foc din foc și din apă să iasă, să ardă. Apă din foc să izbucnească. Cu puterea noastră. Că eu de descântat am descântat-o, cu puterea magiei am împreunat-o. De descântat am descântat-o, cu puterea magiei am împreunat-o. Dacă vei continua, vei ajunge o femeie puternică. Atunci când îți va fi mai greu să mergi mai departe și puterea ta va crește și vei reuși. Vei fi o femeie puternică și vei reuși în tot ceea ce îți vei propune. Nu numai tu, și vei reuși să-i ajuți și pe alții. Aici este un cap de șarpe. Asta înseamnă un simbol al puterii. Bun venit la cel mai important loc din lume, lacul vrăjitoarelor. Este o istorie care datează de mii de ani. Pentru tine a fost un dar, a fost o minune să vii și să te afli astăzi în acest loc magic și unic. În istoria acestui lac spune că în urmă cu mii de ani a fost asasinat Vlad Țepeș. I s-a tăiat capul și a fost aruncat în acest lac. A fost decapitat. De descântat vom descânta și toate spiritele le vom aduna mecântumecadea. Să fie cu leac, să fie cu bucurie, forță și putere, adică nu opre. Să vină spiritele bune și toate zânele să o binecuvânteze pe Andra Maria. Vreau să ții minte un lucru important. Oriunde te vei duce în lume, să nu uiți că ai cunoscut cea mai puternică vrăjitoare din lume.
Scotland, to me, holds a lot of history in witchcraft, and there's a lot of mysticism that I associate with this area. And I want to connect to an area that is so steeped in that history to see if that can somehow like awaken something else in me. Another big reason that I wanted to come here was because of what I experienced during that past life regression. Part of me felt like the second part of that memory was connected to Scotland. I think I just have to see it for myself and see what it feels like. So being here at Loch Leven, I'm already kind of feeling a bit overwhelmed. So what I saw in my second past life regression was a single tower behind me and rocks and water. Like it is where I was. I believe it is where I was. I think how I'm feeling is validated in what I've experienced in my journey so far, and just feeling
like I want to learn more, that I have this connection here, and it runs deeper than I expected.
Right.
Finding out Kathleen was able to place our family here. I have been in contact with this gentleman named Lord Moncrief. He's edited a few books about the history of the area, so I'm hoping that he might help me trace back my heritage even further. His family was involved in a witch trial that took place in the area, but his family were the accusers.
It all started when, over at that farm, a lady had an argument with the farmer over how to fertilize the land, and it got very heated. But unfortunately, during the argument, the farmer had a stroke, and of course everybody in the area thought the lady had actually cursed the farmer. And when they then accused her of being a witch, they thought, well, we found one witch, there must be a coven. And in the parish of Crooked Devon, they then searched far and wide to find 13 witches, because a coven of witches is 13. And unfortunately, 11 of them were strangled and then their bodies burnt.
And what year was this?
This was 1662, which is actually the worst year for witch hunting in Scotland.
But what he's done is he's created this maze to honor the victims of that witch trial, and just to raise awareness about what happened, and in a way to make reparations for what his family did in the past. This seems to be going pretty good.
Yep, I'm afraid you've chosen a dead end.
So we're at a dead end.
Yeah.
There's a word here, bigotry.
Yes.
I have been kind of on this search to trace back my family heritage. And through my grandfather on my mother's side, his last name is Beveridge, and his father's from Scotland, and the relatives were from this area, like Kinross, Crook of Devon, Loch Leven. And so I just kind of wanted to come here and just talk to you about this area and see if you might be able to help me kind of maybe fill in some of the missing pieces in that family tree that I've kind of started.
I have done some research, and I can tell you that an Agnes Beveridge was mentioned by one warlock and 4 witches as being part of their coven who met the devil twice.
What?
Yeah. And I can also tell you the devil wore a Spanish cape.
The fact that one of my relatives would have been named, not necessarily tried, but named in those court hearings, where people could just kind of accuse anyone, and a lot of the people accused were women.
And actually, the very lowest people in society with no property were very seldom accused. It was the people in the middle of society who may have also had property, and the land probably would have gone to the person who actually accused her.
Wow. But I was also able to link a family member to a churchyard at Fossaway.
That's about 2 miles away from here.
Okay.
By the River Devon.
Okay. Wow, you really wouldn't know it's here unless you already knew. It's so hidden in these trees. It's so cool looking.
Yeah, well, let's see what we're going to find.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, this is so cool. What does this one say? No.
B-E-V.
Yes, E-R-A-G-E. 17, what's this? Yeah.
So 1710.
Wow, so this is
The Beverage Stone.
the beverage stone.
The gravestone of several of the Beveridge family.
Wow.
Now we have a grave in a particular parish.
Yes.
I can now look at the owners of the farms around here and find out who the first owners of the farms were.
Wow. Now knowing that I can go even further back
Yeah.
in this area, that would be amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope that you fly, and I hope that you run over fields, over mountains and valleys and men. Hope that you find the place you call home, under your feet, wherever you roam. Sings like a fox and she swims like a seal. Fox blood is hot, so her heart you will steal. Then when you fly where the tracks meet the sky, where the rocks meet the earth, no time passes by. Hope that you fly and I hope you don't fall when I throw you your wings. Catch the storm's winds and I hope that you find place you call home, under your feet, wherever you roam. This is Hoyabachu. It's considered the world's most haunted forest, and it's known for these beautiful trees that all spiral up, and nobody knows why they do that. There are many portals in these woods. I grew up hearing stories about how deer would jump in behind one tree and disappear and not come out the other side. Or there's a story of a little girl coming here in the 70s and disappearing, and 5 years later reappearing in the same white dress, untouched, the same age that she was when she first walked in. Being here now, I can feel the energy of the woods all around me, the spirits and the life all around me.
Now, Laura, because we found the oldest Beveridge gravestone, it gave me some hints as to where to look for more information.
Okay.
Now, what I've done is I've looked in the transcripts of the Kinross House vaults. Now, the owners of Kinross House were the big landowners who recorded everything and all what was going on in the area. The oldest recorded beverage was mentioned in a document in 1510.
Oh my God.
And another amusing thing is I've actually discovered that one of your ancestors is related to a person who created a ghost. One of your ancestors was married to a person called Kelty, and he had a drinking competition with one of the soldiers of King James, and they both got totally plastered, and they both went unconscious, but only your relation, Kelty, woke up. The trooper died, and he was buried in a place called Trooper's Dub, and he is now the local ghost.
Wow.
But now, I've also discovered the farm that's most associated with your side of the family. It's called Pittenreich, and I would like to take you there because I think it will give you some closure.
I would love that.
The way that we formed Black Witch University is we knew there was a need because as Black witches ourselves, growing up in basically, non-Black spaces, access to information has always been Eurocentric. The spiritual teachers, the books, all of the things that you have mainstream access to are created by and for white people. So then that's how Black Witch University was born. It was born out of a need for that personal space, for that love, for that mentor who knows what you're going through, who knows where you've been. Are you looking? Are you searching for something? There's something is ready to open and receive you.
Yes, I've always been looking for a teacher because everybody has been white that I've dealt with, except for my first teacher who is Jamaican, but he's disappeared. I have no idea where he is. I don't think, and I say this all the time, I don't think he's actually human. I think he's an angel and comes in and out. So he's disappeared for right now, but yeah.
Let's see what we've got going on here. You are holding on to something that needs to be let go of. There's something, it is a very heavy weight, okay? No. Sorry. Don't apologize. You're doing the work. And that's what's important.
I'm swallowing my tears, get back down in there, sorry. Sorry, I use humor to shift out of my...
That's okay. You're in control. You're looking for teachers and gurus. But the truth is, you are your best teacher. You are your best. You are the one that you can trust above any and all others. And when you receive that, when you accept that, then the people who are supportive of you and your journey and your priestesshood, they're going to appear and you're going to feel that because you accepted, I'm the queen of this realm. I'm the queen of my reality. I'm the empress of this place. So then you meet like-minded people. They come in, they support you, uplift you, and help you move on to the next level.
Now, Laura, this is Pittenreich. It's a very old Scottish town. And one of the owners was Thomas Beveridge, second son of the late John Beveridge, sometime tenant in Dalquith, by Christian Grieve. Now, Christian Grieve was the last witch to be executed at Crooked.
What?
And actually, she was brought to trial earlier than that year, but found not guilty by the whole assize. And then, probably because they realized they had only they found 12 witches, they brought her back to get the 13th witch and executed her.
Oh my God. There's been this pull in me to come here to find out more information, and I just never expected to have this much of a connection to the trials that happened here.
Yeah.
And just through just taking a chance and coming and meeting you, like I would have never known this.
Yep.
You know, and this is sad to say, but when you can contextualize something like these trials and link it to your own family, it does hit differently, sadly. And it is just really putting into perspective what these witch trials truly stood for. I think it was these middle class women, these women that possibly had something that other people wanted. And the way in which people could take something from these women and disempower them was through accusing them of witchcraft.
I'm hoping to find something that feels like home. I'm hoping to find a path and a tradition that feels like home, and I'm coming to realize that that's not necessarily something that anyone can give to me, but something that is already in myself and that I already carry. This is my favorite place in the whole world. My mom and my grandfather got this house when she was very, very little. And there was no electricity back then. I don't even think there was a outhouse here of any kind. This room actually is where my dad, because he gives me way too much information, said that I was conceived, and he said that on midsummer when my mother was pregnant with me, he heard bells in the night, and he went out into the yard and found a giant ring of trampled grass, and he said there were footsteps and it looked like people had been dancing there. This land has always been a part of me. Its magic has always been a part of me. My grandmother used to walk all the way to the back of this fence here every evening when I was little, and it was the only time she wouldn't let me come with her. And I asked her what she was doing, and she said she was praying. And for a long time I assumed, that meant very Christian prayer. And much later, I told her, I really can't stand priests, I can't stand churches, I can't stand dogma. And she said, me neither, because I feel closest to creation when I'm outside, and this is where I talk to God. So this was her boundary. Beyond this fence is the Carpathian Mountains, and it's wild and it's free.
Leilani, welcome to New Orleans. And of course, our first stop today is actually here at St. Louis Cemetery number 1. Now, a lot of people will tell you that this place is famous because of one woman. Her name is Mamselle Marie Laveau. It is said that she's the most powerful voodoo priestess in New Orleans. And it's also said that she's buried here. But as a high priest in not one but 2 forms of voodoo, I promise you, she's not buried here. You need to know that being a Black woman in this city, where the authenticity lies and where it doesn't lie. And here's an example of that. What do you know about voodoo?
I don't know anything about it other than one of my past lives came to New Orleans and was taught by a voodoo priestess. I'm excited to see and to learn again.
Everything you've heard as far as like voodoo on TV is 95% false.
Yeah.
We don't go around killing babies. We don't drink blood. We don't take the chicken and blood and rub it all over our bodies and
Which is
worship the
what
devil.
They say the opposite of what it is to stop people from learning.
But that's what this is all about. How do you keep people to continue to serve you? How do you do it?
Yeah.
You make them scared of anything outside of their norm.
Yeah.
So you make your people scared of this new thing by making up lies, like devil worshiping, killing cats and drinking their blood and using their bones to do divination.
Yeah.
Create the doll that they stab pins in. Even though that's European witchcraft that originated in England, they applied it to us to make people scared of us.
Yeah.
So we don't even really stab pins and dolls to hurt people.
Yeah.
It's all a power dynamic. It's all a marketing ploy. It's all control.
I don't want to carry a thought of something, a negative thought about a religion or a practice just because I don't understand it and because I never learned about it, or what I learned was a skewed idea of it. So I'm really glad that, first of all, that you're so well versed in everything that you're saying, but that you're so open to sharing with me. So thank you.
Of course, it's your birthright. No matter where you come from, if you're a person of color, no matter what color that may be, Irish, Indian, African, Chinese, whatever, this is all your birthright, regardless.
Yeah.
If you're a part of a people that were discriminated against, this is your birthright.
Yeah. I love it.
I'm here now at Witch's Hill and the Pierce Farms. It's now a wedding venue, but it's where Mary's son, where his home used to be. After Mary was accused, she was found not guilty and was released for 2 days. And this is where she came thinking that she was safe. And then within 2 days, she's back in jail. She was there for like over 5 months, and the conditions I can only imagine were terrible. And this is where Mary and her husband lived. This is their property. So this tree would have existed when she lived here. Retracing her steps, it makes it more upsetting. Because you think about the person as not just a name on a plaque now. It just hits home more, I think. There's been a lot of connections that I'm making in this journey for myself. Like, I've just recently been looking into my history, and I've already found 2 like documented examples of women in my family that had lost their power, lost their autonomy, and were put to death for it. More or less, I feel like I'm a witch politically and for a feminist reason, more so than anything else. But at the same time, I feel like I'm a very spiritual person. I feel very connected to my family and now my ancestors, and I do feel like there's some healing that I can do through that. But I don't think it can be in a box of a prescribed religion. And so I think if I'm gonna keep going forward with this journey, I'd have to start my own coven, in a sense, where it can be equal and it can be balanced and it can be people with the right intentions. I kind of want to start like a queer coven. So I found this out about my heritage, and I've always felt this draw to witchcraft and to here specifically, but I don't know how to bridge those two pieces, if you know what I mean. I feel like, okay, so I've got this historical information, this ancestral information, and I also have this draw to the craft itself. And how do I link those two?
So taking into consideration your connection, your very biological connection to Mary Eastie, they've actually discovered the location where the people were hanged. So I think it's going to be really important for you to make a connection there. Do a little ritual and, do a remembrance. I feel like that'll be a good way for us to make that connection for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just saw a butterfly and I'm trying to avoid it.
What color was it?
It's a monarch.
Yeah, that's Oshun.
I'm actually terrified of butterflies.
They are sacred to a river spirit because the Mississippi River is right there.
Yeah.
Her name is Oshun,
Yeah.
and she's a spirit of love, drumming, and dance.
Yeah.
You're standing on a Congo pattern right now that represents that dance.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be butterflies everywhere. Please don't run from me.
Yeah, I won't. I won't. I love everything except for butterflies. I can pick up a snake, I can
Wait a
whatever. That's
minute.
not a problem. It's the butterfly.
so-
and I feel like it's connected to something.
It is. It's
Yeah.
connected to the river spirit Oshun,
Yeah.
which you embody without realizing.
Yeah.
Oshun is the spirit of love and beauty. You're a very beautiful woman. You're running away from the one thing that can actually save you.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
You're here, and we're gonna do a blessing for that today, by the way,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Yeah.
So you might as well get out your feelings and get ready for
Yeah.
it.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So the tree that we're about to do the blessing for you here is known as the Egungun tree, which translates to the ancestor tree. Now, our families have been praying at this tree since slavery. It's just that old. This is sacred land, and that makes it the sacred tree. So it's very important.
Yeah.
You just realize like how important this tree is. A lot of our ancestors prayed at this tree to earn their freedom from slavery. Ashe. 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 Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe. There's your blessing. Finila. There's your blessing.
Thank
now,
you.
the blessing was done for prosperity, for love, for money, for happiness, maximum health. That's like a cure-all for any problems that you may have. We poured the liquor to represent all the spirits that take it. The fruit is left to many spirits, but most importantly, Papa Shango, who is the spirit of prosperity. Ashe. 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 When we say Ashe, it's acknowledging all the children of the spirits. You are Ethiopian, right? This is just as much yours as it is ours. So we did this for you to continue with your journey, continue to spread the truth, continue to be a beacon of light, especially for people of color who are trying to find their way.
Ashe. That was so nice.
So if you actually look at the tree, you'll notice that there's a lot of money sticking
Yeah,
out of it.
I
You
see
see
it.
it goes all the way around the tree?
Yeah.
Each one of the pennies that you see inside the tree is a prayer that someone has prayed to their ancestors. Remember, you can never reach the elevated spirit, the Lawa and the Orisha, without going to your ancestors first. Ashe? All right, so each one of these pennies you see inside the tree is a prayer that someone has prayed. And the tradition is you say the prayer that you want in the penny of everything you want. Then you leave the penny in the trunk of the tree, and the ancestors take the prayer up to God for you so that God can answer your prayers. So go ahead and say your prayer in the penny.
Okay.
Once you're done, go ahead and come up here and reach and put it inside the tree, and that will end and finalize everything that we've been doing.
Okay. Okay.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. This is your birthright. Receive it. Ashe?
Ashe.
So you take your time and do what you need to do. Ashe.
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 Asheo.
Asheo.
It's okay if it falls. It's okay.
Just
It's
leave
okay if
it?
it falls. It's supposed to fall.
Okay.
Let it fall. Most times that means the ancestors hear you. Ashe.
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 Asheo.
C'est fini. Bon travail, tout le monde. One of the things I taught you about that I noticed within you is that you're not receiving what's meant for you. Stop running away from butterflies. That's Oshun.
Yeah.
That's the spirit that's trying to get in contact with you. You are African, and this is your birthright. So this is something for you to be emotional about, be upset about, and be proud of. Embrace it. Own it. It's yours. It's your birthright.
Sure.
I am proud of you. I'm
Thank
very
you.
proud of you. You've been running from this for a long time, and now you're here to receive it.
So this is the actual location. Proctor's Ledge is the actual location where they were hanged. This is where she drew her last breath. So frankincense and myrrh to cleanse and bless the space. Now we want to use this oil to anoint the candle. I anoint and consecrate this candle. I anoint and consecrate this candle to draw in the spirit of Mary Eastie. To draw in the spirit of Mary Eastie. Beautiful. Okay, now what we want to do is take some of these herbs that we're using as the offering and place them on the outside of the candle as well. Okay, to connect. Yep. That's great. Okay, wonderful. And the lights are coming on too because we've reached dusk. Mary, Laura is your descendant. She is a part of your legacy.
Mary, I have felt you, and I didn't know that it was you that I was feeling until I found out. I've been on this journey to connect with you, and I'm hoping that I can do that, and I can call to you and honor you today, here, and in the future. Being here and giving this offering, I just want to, I know she's already at peace, but I just want to let myself know that that person that I felt in that regression is at peace.
Yes. Her legacy is that there are other strong women rising up and claiming their power. And may this never happen again.
Bow down to the queen. Call me Empress Makida, Queen of Sheba. Bow down to the queen. I'm the keeper of history. You niggas can't sit with me, no. Try to control me, but your tricks cannot hold me down. Never hold me down. You thought you would mold me. Forgot I'm the one wearing the crown. I'm the one, yeah. Bow down to the queen. Call me Empress Makida, Queen of Sheba. Bow down to the queen. I'm the daughter of mystery. You niggas can't sit with me, no. Said I am black, yeah. Black is the sun. Obsidian, obsidian, yeah. Bow down to the queen. Call me Empress Makida, Queen of Sheba. Bow down to the queen. I'm the keeper of history. You niggas can't fuck with me,